Hello everybody, how are you all doing? I am doing great, thank you for asking. If you have not gathered from the title of this video, it's a little bit different. It is about my anxiety. More specifically, it's an anxiety attack. This happened almost 2 weeks ago now. For whatever reason, I felt like I should vlog it and get it on camera. I wasn't planning on posting it, but the couple of small things that I have posted thus far, like whether it be on Instagram or Snapchat or on here, anytime that I talk even a little bit about mental illness or anxiety or depression, I always have people say like, thank you for posting this, I needed to hear this, like it helps to know that I'm not alone. Getting that kind of feedback, one, like makes me feel better because I like to know that I'm not alone too, but it makes me feel good to know that I am helping somebody. So even if this video helps just one person, then it was worth it. Really hard to share, and I'm getting a little bit worked up about it. Just thinking about it. The fact of how many of you are going to be watching this makes me really nervous, but if it can help somebody, then it's worth it, like I said. Yeah, I'll show the video, I'll show the clip, I'll have a little bit more to say afterward. I think the clip is about 7 minutes. So if you don't want to watch the entire thing, I pick back up talking right like this in about 7 minutes. Here's the clip. Now I am sitting in the Target parking lot, just trying to work up the courage. Trying to work up the courage to go inside and just get some damn lotion. That's all I need. I don't know why I'm filming. I don't know if I probably won't even put this up. But this is what anxiety looks like, or what an anxiety attack looks like, because generalized anxiety, most of the time you won't even be able to tell, because we get pretty good at hiding it and holding it in and not letting anybody know because we're ashamed of it, because everybody thinks because the stigma is that if you have anxiety you're weak and that there's something wrong with you. But it turns you into somebody that you're not. Like, anxiety is just this cruel thing that turns you into somebody you're not. Like, I don't cry, I'm not a crier, but here I am. I'm usually really good about, I just don't cry. I hate crying, especially in front of people. But I woke up this morning and almost immediately had a panic attack. And now, here I am, having another anxiety attack. And I brought workout clothes because I thought that I would be able to get a lift in and train legs. But my body is so, I'm just like physically and mentally drained right now. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, and the last thing that you need is caffeine when you're having an anxiety attack or when your anxiety is going pretty strong. And I'm supposed to be going to Steve Aoki with my roommate tonight, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yep, this is it. Second panic attack of the day. Going strong. Happy Friday. I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes now. And I literally just keep running it through my head, like all I have to do is just walk in. I know exactly where the lotion is. I know exactly what kind I want to get. And it'll take just a couple of minutes. But every time I look in my mirror, I see all the people and can't seem to bring myself to get out of the car. So there's that. And for all the people who think that this is weakness, which I have been told before, it was before I knew that it was an anxiety attack. I was told that I was being weak, which now I know what it was, and I wish that I could like shake that person and be like, no, this isn't weakness. Getting out and facing the world when this is happening. The fact that I even made it to my advising appointment takes some bravery right there and strength. Okay. All right. Gotta be strong. Gotta be strong. I'm done crying. Run in, run back out, go home. Deep breaths. You can do this. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Basically what happened afterward is I did go in and grab my stuff, and then I had planned on running a couple other errands as well. I had calmed down a little bit, but I still felt the anxiety lingering in my chest. And I was like, I'll just run these couple other errands really quickly and go home. But my anxiety was like, not so fast, because I was in Marshall's and the third anxiety attack hit me. So I just booked it. I ran to my car, and it was a full-blown anxiety attack. I was hyperventilating, couldn't calm myself down. Like, I was knees to chest, curled up in the driver's seat, leaned up against the window, called my mom, cried to her for probably 5 minutes before she could even get any words out, like any words that she could understand out of me. And she was like, Jenny, you need to go see somebody about this. I don't see anybody about it, or hadn't ever. I saw somebody 7 years ago in college for a few months for my depression, and that was it. I've never taken any medications, and I've never continuously seen a therapist, counselor, psychologist, or psychiatrist. And she's like, this is it, like go see somebody. But since I don't currently have anybody that I can just call up, I had to go to the behavioral health urgent care. I drove there once I was calmed down, had a mini anxiety attack while I was talking to the triage nurse. So that was fun. So we'll say what, we had like 3.5 anxiety attacks in one day within a matter of like 6 hours. But talked to the triage nurse. She got all these, you know, had to ask me all these questions about both my anxiety and depression. When she realized that I'd pretty much been doing this and living with this all on my own, she was like, wow, and how? And I told her, and she goes, but what happens when you're flying? Like, what happens if the anxiety or depression hits you while you're on a trip or while you're actually in the air? And I told her, I'm like, I suppress it. I hold it in because I'm at work, and my job at work is not to have an anxiety attack or to have the depression hit me. My job is to smile and give passengers the best service that I possibly can. So that's what I do. And then once I get to the hotel room or once I get home, that's when I let it all out, and that's when I let it fully hit me. But I have become very good at just suppressing it, and that is partly the reason why I ended up having 3 anxiety attacks in one day. When she found out that I've been doing this all on my own, that I hadn't really been talking to anybody about it, and that I haven't been taking anything, she just looked at me and she goes, wow, honey, you are so much stronger than you think you are. And that's what I want to say to all of you. If you are suffering from not suffering, I don't like the word suffering. If you have anxiety or depression or any sort of mental illness, whether or not you're seeing somebody or taking anything for it or doing it all on your own, you are so much stronger than you think you are. Because this sucks. You are fighting a battle with your mind every day, but you still get up and you do it. You still are living. And that takes a lot of guts, because it's oh god, it sucks. Like, there's just no tiptoeing around it. It sucks. But depression I get is a little bit different, but the anxiety, like, we can't let the anxiety control us. We can't stop living our lives just because of the anxiety. We just gotta learn how to kind of live around it. So I mentioned that I was supposed to go to Steve Aoki that night, and I still went. I went home, I took a nap, because if you can imagine having 3.5 anxiety attacks in one day, I was mentally and physically just drained. So I was down for the count. I slept for 4 hours, woke up, told my roommate, okay, this is what's gonna happen. And we came up with a game plan. Now, luckily, we had some other friends there, so the game plan was a good one. Like, it was going to work. And what that was is, if my anxiety started kicking in and if I had an attack, then I was just gonna call an Uber and go home, and she could stay with our friends. So I went into it with a game plan, which made a world of difference. So if you like going to concerts or, like, you know, going out and being part of groups and these social events, but if crowds and getting claustrophobic is one of your triggers, then I would highly suggest, you know, having that game plan. Even if you just tell one other person, you don't even have to necessarily tell them what's going on, but if you just tell them, like, look, if I peace out on my own, don't take it personally. If it's something like a concert, if you can, spend a little bit extra money to be in a more secluded area. We spent a little bit more to get VIP so that we wouldn't be in the general admission area being pushed around by a bunch of people. I hope that this helps at least one person to learn that you can still have a life and do the things that you enjoy, even if you have anxiety. You might have to do things a little bit differently, but it doesn't mean that you can't do them. I really, really hope that that helps. And once again, even if you're not suffering from any sort of mental illness or what have you, you're still strong. Like, everybody goes through crap. Everybody has hard days. And on those hard days, you're still so much stronger than you think you are. So just try to keep that in mind and just tell yourself you're stronger than you think you are. Because waking up and fighting with your own mind every day takes a lot of strength. So I know that this was kind of long, and I know that it's a little bit different. I don't know, I just wanted to help at least one person. I started to feel like not posting this was selfish because it shows me at a time that I don't really like people to see, but it's not about me in this case. Like I said, if it helps just one person, then perfect. Then that's what I intended. If not, then, well, y'all just got to watch me have an anxiety attack. So, thank you all so much for watching. Lastly, work hard, be kind, and spread good vibes. I love you all. Goodbye.